Have you ever taken a moment to sit back and think about how women have fought through the generations for their empowerment, for their equality? I think in Africa, we have so many great women around us. In Kenya, I can actually pinpoint a few. Lupita Nyong'o. We do also have a lady who was so committed to the environment, to different things. So Wangari Maathai, she's another lady. There's also Miriam Makeba. Those are just a few of the ladies out there that we as society know who have pushed through the boundaries, who have tried and pushed themselves right to the top. We also have another lady all the way from Madagascar. Her name is Giselle Rabesahale. These are just the women that we know about. Have you looked in your homes, seen your mothers, your sisters, your wives, your daughters, your friends? Women across the globe are writing their own stories. They are pushing the boundaries. They're taking on jobs that were once perceived only for the men. When you look at your home, in your home, look at your mother, your sister, your wives, your daughters. We all have a place in society. We all want equal rights. This year, it's all about breaking the bias. Women are an inspiration. This is what we're covering today on The Well of Inspiration. Hi, and welcome to The Well of Inspiration. It is a Cradle of Life production. If you're new to the platform, don't forget, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you are part of the journey with us right here with Wellington on The Well of Inspiration. It's a brand new week and obviously another episode of The Well of Inspiration. Joining me as always, Wellington. Hi.
Hey, Don, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm not bad at all. I'm not complaining at all.
Yes, absolutely. That's the way to go. That's the way Wellington rolls anyways.
No complaints.
Fantastic. Let's talk about the Well of Inspiration this week, Wellington.
So as you know, the Wall of Inspiration is a place we come to every week to share with you information, ideas, and strategies that are designed to take your lives, your businesses, your careers, your relationships, or even your finances to the next level of success. So it is indeed my pleasure to be back here with you, Don.
It's my pleasure to have you back here with me, Wellington. And let's talk about this week's episode.
Okay. So this week, I want us to talk about a subject that I consider to be very dear to me. It is a subject that I think is probably the best thing we can ever talk about. It is the subject of women. Look, women, as far as I'm concerned, are the inspiration. Women are the inspiration. Think about it. In my own personal life, the heroes that have made some of the greatest impact in my life have been women. Starting from the family level with my mother, my sisters, my aunties, and all the people close to the family, into my career, the women that were there for me in the beginning as I was launching out in my career, holding my hand, mentoring me, coaching me, and helping me to progress through my life. It's been some amazingly powerful women. That's why I always see that the world has embraced this idea as well, and we find ourselves celebrating women on specific days of the year. But I think that women should be celebrated every single day, because every single day, if you look around your life, there are some powerful women who have made some tremendous impact in your life. And I know that there are some women, some really strong women who are watching this show today. And I think this show needs to be dedicated to such women of impact, women who are helping us to make our changes and progressing as human beings in our own respective lives.
And I agree with you, Wellington. Women are really the inspiration. I'll let you get into the details of today's episode.
Okay, so why am I saying women are the inspiration? One thing that I have learned from women, they take hold of things by the smooth handle. That's my experience. I think it was Thomas Jefferson who once said, take hold of things by the smooth handle. You see, women have a gift. The gift of multitasking and doing so many different things at the same time and making it seem so easy. Women are in careers, women are running businesses, but at the same time, they are looking after their families and contributing to their communities and doing the things that need to be done around the house and in the community. It is a way that is so difficult for us as men. I've tried many times to multitask and I fumble and embarrass myself. You know what I mean? So women have this amazing ability to take hold of things by the smooth handle. When you look at more serious issues, women go through difficulties. Difficulties that sometimes as men emotionally we cannot handle. But somehow, because you are a woman, you have the power to handle this by the smooth handle, like I said, and you walk through difficult patches of life with so much ease and so much grace, much more than what we would do as men. That's why I think women are the inspiration. Why? Because they take hold of things by the smooth handle. Just one of the things we can celebrate about women.
I love this, Wellington. I love the fact that you said that, they take things by the smooth handle, multitasking, taking on their jobs, coming home and still being able to take care of the kids, the home, also taking care of, the male figures within their lives as well, and encompassing different things, dealing with their own emotions, dealing with their own struggles, but also dealing with the struggles of the people around them that they love, and finding a way to fit in all those people, in different parts of them as a woman to be able to cater to their needs as well.
And they do it so amazingly well. So I find that very, very inspirational. Another thing that I found to be amazing is that there's so much truth in that statement that says, behind every successful man is an even more powerful woman. It is so true. But you know what makes that true is the fact that women have this amazing ability to take seeds and turn them into a harvest. You see, women, when I look at the women around me, I find that for their families or even their partners in life to be successful, they have this ability of recognizing the strength of a person and then nurturing that strength to enable the person to then go out there and bloom and succeed and do very well. This goes for children, but it goes the same for even adults and families, husbands, boyfriends, partners in life. They progress and do so much well under the inspiration of the women that are around them. Think about giving birth. That's a classic and very important example of how a woman takes a seed and transitions the seed into an amazing harvest. This can only be done by a woman, and not a single person in this world has come about without women working their magic to bring us about as we stand today. That's why I think they're so amazing, and I think there's a reason why we should celebrate them every single day because of these amazing abilities that they have, one of which is the power to take a seed and turn it into a harvest.
It's all about women who are the inspiration right here on the Well of Inspiration. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere. Today on the Well of Inspiration, it's about women are the inspiration. Wellington is breaking it down for us and telling us exactly why women are the inspiration. Now, he's covered a couple of things, a couple of points. The first one he said is, they take things by the smooth handle. That's why he says they are an inspiration. And what he means by this, they're able to multitask, they're able to do different things, handle a job, handle the housework, handle the children, handle their lives as well, even though their lives may be difficult, handle the men within their families. It could be their partner, it could be their father, it could be their friend, it could be their child. They have a way of being able to balance these different things, these different emotions and different steps that people go through with life, and they do it seemingly effortlessly because they're able to balance all these different things. Another thing Wellington says is, why are women the inspiration? He goes on to talk about they take the seeds and turn them into a harvest. And he says the classic example of this is when a woman gives birth. She grows the baby within her and she actually gives birth to a child, to a being. She actually brings somebody forth into the world, and nobody else on the planet can do this except for women. So she actually learns to nurture. She has that nurturing within her, built within her system, something that men have, but women have to a greater extent. Wellington, before I put my foot in my mouth, I'm going to let you take over.
Yes, indeed. Look, we are celebrating women. We are recognizing their importance in our lives, and we are recognizing how much of an inspiration they are. And that's why we really need to celebrate them. And one of the things that I have found with women is that even though in some cases they tend to be underestimated, they take that underestimation into a strength. Because think of it this way. When you underestimate a person that you are going into a competition with, that person has an advantage. Because why? There are zero expectations on them. A lot of the successful women that I've listened to, that I've spoken to, that I've heard narrate their stories, they will tell you about going into industries which were dominated by men, but somehow making it because they came in there and they were able to do their work, to do their thing without anybody paying attention because they were kind of underestimated. Women have this amazing ability to simply take whatever you give them and turn it into a strength and use it to make progress and to achieve even greater things in this life. That is the power of a woman. Another thing that I have learned is that women choose progress over perfection. You know, sometimes when you think about women, you think about back in the day when our mothers would make us clean the houses and make sure everything is done properly. We would do our best, and she would celebrate what we had done. But when you look closely at it, we were not doing a good job. But she was happy that we were making progress and that the house was a little bit better than it was before, even though it was not perfect. That's a simple example of when a woman will take a situation without trying to be perfect, but celebrating the progress. That's another superpower that women have. They kind of embrace progress over perfection. Another thing that I've also learned and that has inspired me about women is that they take action even when the outcomes are unknown. Successful women have mastered this art of taking action even though the outcomes are unknown. This comes down to family. Women will do whatever needs to be done for the progress of the family even though the outcome may be unknown. Our families are nurtured and progressive because of the women that are around us. The way they enable us to just make progress because they allow us to take actions the way that they do. Take the actions without necessarily knowing the outcomes. It gets even better when they get into careers and professions. They will do whatever is necessary for that job or for that business, even though the outcome may not necessarily be known. This is a superpower that women, because of their nature and because of their ability to multitask and do different things, and because of their ability to take pressure that comes from unknown situations, the emotional pressure that comes from just diving into something that you are not yet sure what the outcome will be. They are crafty, they are careful, and they are very strategic as they go about this thing, taking action even though the outcome may be unknown.
Wellington, I like those 3 points that you've actually just covered right now for, women. They are underestimated. So they turn being underestimated into a strength. A lot of women have this ability. And I think because they've been underestimated, they're able to say, you know what, I'm going to rise to the occasion and I'm going to show you that I can actually do better than what you think I can do. And I think that's also a beauty about women, that they rise to that challenge. They're able to get up and, decide, well, you could do it. I'm going to get up and I'm going to show you that I, as a woman, can actually do it as well. And also where they actually they choose progress over perfection. I love this because, as mothers, especially when you look at mothers, they look at their children and they want them to progress. It's not about the perfection. It's about them learning as they go and them progressing. It's also about, their individuality as women. They look at themselves and they say, I'm a little bit better than I was yesterday. I'm progressing. And that is so much better than me being perfect. I'm progressing. And because it adds on to them as women and value to them as well. And the third point that you pointed on was we take action even when the outcomes are unknown. And this is so true. I've seen it throughout my life, in the form of my mom, in the form of my aunties, in the form of my sisters. I've seen people taking action, women taking action, even if they don't know what is going to, come out from it. They know why they need to take this action and they're ready to deal with the outcomes when the outcome actually arrives.
So here's another thing about women. They have an amazing ability to motivate each other. As a man, I can tell you that we go through serious moments of loneliness where you know that you need a friend, but you are not prepared to share those emotions to be able to get the motivation and the support that you need. But ladies have this power to be able to navigate by sharing and motivating each other. If one is going through something, the others are there for them. If one is going through a difficult moment, the others support each other, they motivate. When one has an opportunity, they build each other up and they provide each other the support that they need. This is another strength that I think women have as an amazing superpower. They motivate each other whenever they need to. They form groups, they go out for tea, they do the things that they need to do that are progressive, that enable them to make even more progress for their families and provide even more value to their relationships and to our societies as a whole. They motivate each other. And the last thing I want us to consider, Dawn, is women tend to have a unique ability to mentor other women who may not have achieved the same success that they have achieved. The best mentors in many cases are women. Because of their nurturing ability, they sort of see potential and they are able to nurse potential to a point of fruition. That is how they are able to mentor other women. And you find that when a young lady is working on a project or when a young lady is starting a business, the mentors that really make a huge difference to them are mostly the women. Not to say that there are no male mentors out there, but I'm just recognizing the power that comes when a woman chooses to mentor another woman. They do it with so much grace, with so much love and so much respect, and that really builds a strong foundation for the person being mentored, and they in turn become even more successful. Women have this ability to nurture other women by mentoring those that are coming after them.
And this is absolutely true, Wellington, and I think we've seen it with the generations. You see how your mother is able to mentor you and how you, as you grow up as a woman, you have your family of your own and you're able to mentor the next generation and even the women around you. You know, women have this ability of using each other as a support system, and it works because I can tell you what I'm going through and you can tell me what you're going through, and we figure it out together. Like you say, it's a bit more difficult when it comes to the men. Men tend to hold back on their their emotions. They tend to not share too much of what they're going through because, it's seen to be, you're a man, you're not supposed to share those emotions. But for us as women, it's the one way that we can express ourselves is by going to the woman next to us and saying, this is what I'm going through and this is what I have been through. And they can run you through the different experiences they've had, whether it's your mother, whether it's your friend, whether it's a co-worker, whether it's somebody you look up to. And that is why I think that nurturing comes into play, where you can actually help to mentor other women. Before we wrap up today on the Well of Inspiration, Wellington, do you have any final words for those women who are the inspiration?
You know what? I just want to say to all the women who are listening today, this show is dedicated to you. I just want to wish you tremendous success in whatever you're doing for yourself, for your families, for our societies, as you mentor and develop and nurture our societies to become the great societies we want them to be. I wish you every bit of luck, every blessing in the world, and everything you do, may it see tremendous growth and success, because you are a woman, and my friend, you are the inspiration.
Wellington, thank you so much for that. And I think a lot of women out there needed to hear today's episode. They needed to know that they are the inspiration. And for the men who may be watching today on the Well of Inspiration, take a moment, sit back. Think about your mother. Think about your sister. Think about your daughters. Think about your wives. Think about the women that have come before you and the women that will be after you, what they have done, who you are today, where you are, how you got there. I'm sure there is a woman or our women behind you who've actually helped you get to that point in your life and made you successful and been a part of that journey with you. And I hope that we can see women in a slightly different light than we do at the moment, in terms of empowering, in terms of motivating and pushing women up and, giving them their dues as they are owed to, the mothers, the sisters, the wives, all of the lovely ladies out there. Wellington, thank you so much for this episode. I'm sure it's going to touch a lot of people.
It's been a pleasure, Dawn. Thank you very much, and I wish you a tremendous week ahead.
I wish you a tremendous week ahead. And before we go, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel right here on YouTube. Don't forget as well to check out the Well of Inspiration. There is a website, www.wellofinspiration.com. Wellington also has a Facebook page. It's Well of Inspiration, and Instagram with the same name. And don't forget to check out our socials as well. Africa, the Cradle of Life. And that is on Instagram and on Facebook, Africa, the Cradle of Life. Till next time, it's been a blast celebrating women. Let's break the bias. Wellington, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Dawn. Have a great week.
And you.